in your triangle. And I would like to know the supporting evidence for your perspective. That is my question. And my comment is that you already said in your institution, every faculties can come and meet and talk to the rector. My comment is that I don't think it is good practice to learn, because if he talked to every people in the university for every details issues, he has no time for leadership's role. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Lee, for the question and the comments. Actually, I didn't have time to prepare for some explanation about the governance in Vietnam, university governance in Vietnam, but it's actually very close to China, the system, very close to China. So it's upward toward the States. Okay, that's where it should be, but we're trying to move toward the market. With respect to the question about the rector meeting, meeting with the rector, yes, of course. I mean, if we think that the rector has to talk to everyone, then it will be a lot of time. But the size of our university is small. We have 250 staff. Of course, not all of them will come and see the rector. Okay, only when they have issue. The thing is, our university is very, we promote democracy. Okay, everything is open and transparency. Okay, so we don't want to hide anything. If you see, like, I mean, there was a slide that we were talking about the living and working environment. We do care for the staff. And also, it's not just the rector that make all the decisions. This decision making in our university is always discussed at different levels. Okay, see, by that I mean the rector would still have some time to talk to people, and actually that is the practice. I came back to, I joined the university in 2006, and I came from, I spent like some 12 years, 13 years outside Vietnam, and I never knew the dean of the faculty back there, that's in Australia. I was at QUT. I never knew him. But when I came here, I basically not new, but I never met him, and there's no issue to talk to him. When I came here, and I thought it's the same thing, but actually, it's the rector expected me to come and see him, to talk to him. Okay, so it's really open. So if we have any questions, and we go and talk to him. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, Bill, do you talk to all your members of staff?
I try to. I think there's a real premium on leaders in all organisations, and certainly in universities, to be as open and accessible as possible. So personally, I hold monthly open surgeries. I conduct a departmental visit every week in a different part of the university. However, do I say this? I will. I don't think universities are democracies. And there's a balance to be struck between listening but also leading. And I don't think any of your staff will thank you if you just present yourself as a sponge that soaks up disparate views that are coming forward. You actually need to give a strong lead and projection to the institution to try and help take it forward. But you've got to be getting out and about to actually communicate that.
Okay, thanks. Burton Clark went on to write another book called The Entrepreneurial University. So he actually went from looking at state systems to looking at individual universities and by way of case studies. And it's actually worth a look at if you're interested from an individual institutional point of view. He focused on Warwick, I think, and Strathclyde in the UK. It's a bit dated now, but it's worth looking at. Other questions?
My name is Song. I'm from the University of Economics and Law. I have a couple of questions. First, for the representative from UK. Many countries in Europe, they have very low tuition fee, or almost no tuition fee for students. You have very high tuition fee. How can you deal with the pressure? Okay, how can you attract the students? Okay, the first question. The second one for the Vietnamese. Okay, for Vietnamese representative from Da Nang University, you told us about the joint program between Vietnam and UK. Actually, there's plenty of joint programs in Vietnam. So how is it different from the others? That's two questions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thanks. Da Nang first, eh?
Thank you. And it's a little bit different between when we join the program at the university and when we talk about the VN UK University. And for joint program at the moment at our university, and we work with the foreign university and to deliver the joint program. And it depends on the agreement between two universities. So students can get degree from our university or from the partner university. Yeah, it depends on the agreement and between two universities. And at the moment, we also have a separate, such as joint university like this. But VN UK University, that means the different. That means university. And now University of Da Nang working with Aston University and to deliver, that means the new university. And this our university who deliver the program for the students. And even though that at the beginning, because of some limited condition about the capacity, about the human resource, about professors, so that we can work with Aston or the UK partner university to deliver, the university. As I mentioned that means, maybe at the beginning, then the student can get degree from like Aston University first, and then a few years later, when in the condition is available, so that EV and UK will deliver their own degree. So that it's not the like join the program again. So that it will when developed in UV and UK, individual then in. Even though that means the quiz, that means the VN UK will work, that means the use the syllabus and program from the partner university and to deliver that in the program. And also with the MOU or agreement between university and students can get the degree from the partner or degree from the VN UK. Thank you.
Okay, and briefly, because I'm conscious of time, Bill.
Actually, if you look, and we've had fees since 1998 in the UK, and actually applications and registrations have continued to increase. And even with the recent increase in tuition fees to £9,000 a year, applications have continued to go up. And interestingly, and there's a reason for this, they've gone up faster amongst students from lower income families. And that's in part because there's a very progressive system. The student only repays when they're in work and earning more than £21,000 a year. And if they cease to work, they no longer have to repay. And after 30 years, the debt is, and it's not really a debt, it's more like a taxation system. It's actually written off. So I think we have managed to square the circle. And the reason, in principle, I'm in favour of co-financing is I think within a modern democracy, you will never prioritise sufficient funding for higher education exclusively through taxation. There will always be higher calls on public spending, whether it's schools, whether it's hospitals, whether it's roads infrastructure. And therefore, to get the resources into higher education that you need, I think you need a mix of the individual contributing, the state contributing, but also, as I said this morning, business contributing, and that's the one that's sadly lacking at the moment.
Okay, I think we'll call it a day there. We've got a summary session after the coffee break.